Hi, and welcome back to 1911 Woodworks. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I make this festive Christmas star. So, let's get started. Before I get started with this build, if you watch to the end, I'm going to put the cut list up that I did of the mystery Christmas build, which was in my last video. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link in the description so you can head over and watch it after you've watched this one. But if you did see it, please watch until end, and you'll see that cut list. And then, if you fancy making that build, then you'll be able to do that as well. Okay, so to start this build off, what you're going to need to do is have two lengths of 3x2 at 2.4 meters long. Alternatively, you can get a 2.4 meter length of 6x2 and just rip it down the middle on your table saw to form your two lengths that you'll need for this build. What I've done is I had some offcuts of 6x2 from a previous build lying about, so that's what I've done with these. I've just ripped in that middle, and then I've also just taken edge off where it curved over on edges, just so that on all edges it's squared off, and it just means that when I've cut all the pieces to size and I'm joining them together, they're going to have that nice flush joint, as opposed to having that curved joint where they meet. Okay, so what I've got is I've got 10 lengths of the wood that I prepared when I was ripping it down at the table saw. They are roughly about 50 centimeters long, which is like ample amount in terms of length. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my miter saw at 36 degrees, and then all 10 pieces I'm just going to cut 36-degree angle on the very end of all 10 pieces. And then after I've done that, I'll move on to cutting the opposite angle, which I'll talk you through what angle that needs to be when I get to it, because I'll need to cut 5 longer pieces first before I can move on to cutting my 5 shorter pieces. So I'm going to do that now, and then after I've done that, we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so I've got all my 36-degree cuts like that. Now what I'm going to do is I've set up my stop block, which like I say, it comes to 32.8 centimeters, and I'm now going to change the angle of my miter saw to 54 degrees, and then I'm going to make 5 cuts, which is going to be cutting my longer pieces before I can take the measurement to move on to cutting the shorter pieces. So I'll do that now. Just to point out, when you're making your cuts, make sure your 54-degree cut is going the same direction as your 36-degree cut. So you should end up with 10 pieces in end that look like that. So you know your angles are both going parallel with each other. Like, moving on now to the shorter pieces. To get the measurement for that, what you're going to have to do is, so that's the 54-degree cut. So we're basically taking measurement from the very tip down to the other part of the cut, which for me it came to 10.8 centimeters. So I know now I've worked it out. So if I put every single cut now to the mark here, which from where I've measured from my stop block to here, I know that I'm going to get 5 bang on small pieces, and the star's going to be perfect. So I'll do that now. Okay, so when you've got all your 10 pieces cut to size, you should end up with 5 small and 5 big, all equal sizes. So what I like to do before I start assembling them is I like to lay them out and put them all together, so I know that it fits right. And then when I've done that, I start to assemble it by basically fixing these inside joints first of the star. It just makes it easier to do all inside bits first, so you haven't got the awkwardness of trying to get your drill in to screw them together afterwards. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so that's all my pieces laid out, so I know it all goes together perfect. So what I've got up here is I've got a long piece and a short piece at the top of the star, and then the two arms, if you like, that come off from the star. Them two first pieces are long pieces. Underneath each long piece, I've got two short pieces. Then I've got two long pieces coming off them short pieces, and then to finish the star at the bottom, I've slotted in two short pieces. So now I know it all goes together well, I'm going to basically start off by taking two pieces at a time and then fixing them together using some 60mm screws, and I'll also apply a little bit of wood glue as well, just for like added security. And then when they're all fixed together, then we can move on to assembling the star to make it all complete. Okay, so when I'm fixing them together, what you're going to need is a clamp. You're going to need impact driver or screwdriver, anything like that, with a posi ending. I've got a drill set up with a 2mm drill bit just for doing pilot holes, and then I've also got a drill set up with a 6mm Forstner bit because after I've done all my holes and I've done hot screwing, I just like to put some dowels in just to plug them holes like, and just give it that neater, more finished look. So I'm going to head back down to the table and show you how I do it. Okay, so when I'm fixing these pieces together, I like to have one piece so it's just facing directly away from me and just match the joint up with the other piece, and then when I know it looks okay, I'll then just take a bit of glue, just smear it in a bit, and then put it back in place. Make sure it's all nicely flush and even everywhere, and then I take my clamp, clamp it nice and hard to the table. Then I'll start off with the drill with the Forstner bit in, and I'll drill in as I'm going directly into centre of this piece that's facing away from me. I won't screw directly into the middle, I'll slightly come a little bit higher, because what I'm going to do afterwards is I'm going to rotate the two pieces together once I put the first screw in, and I'm going to repeat the process on this side with a screw, and I basically want it so that both screws, because they're coming in at different angles, one's coming at this angle, one's coming at that angle, I want them slightly offset so they're not hitting each other and they're just overlapping instead, and then that way it's going to make sure it's solid and it's just never going to come apart. If you put one screw in, then you'll tend to get it could cause a little bit of wobble, but yeah, that's up to you, that's your preference. I just personally like to do it this way, so I'll fire first screw in and then I'll show you how I do the next one. And I take my drill with a 2mm bit, just create a pilot hole, 60mm screw. So once I've put that piece in, I'm rotating it round, so I've now got the other piece facing away from me, and then I'm going to clamp that down in position and just repeat the same process. So Forstner bit, 2mm bit, create that pilot hole, and then 60mm screw, sorry, and then that is a nice solid joint, and that's not going anywhere. So I'm just going to quickly fire through doing the remaining pieces, and then we'll move on to joining the entire star together. Okay, so now I've got all the internal joints joined together. It's just a simple case of joining the external joints together now. So what I'm going to do now is show you the order in which I join them together, in which I just think I find it easier. You might not find it the easiest way, you might think of a different way of doing it, and that's perfectly fine. But I'll show you my way of doing it, and then we can move on to the finishing touches after that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to join all this bottom section together first, and then at the very end I'll join these two bits together, and then I can just fix these last two bits on at the end. So I'll crack on and do that now. So that's the first joint put together. I've put 2 screws in there just to give it that good bit of stability. With these ones I've like gone central rather than going a bit offset, because these aren't like overlapping each other or anything like that, so there's no issues. So you might as well just try and get them central, and just makes it look neater when you finish the job. So yeah, and what I'm going to do now is put the rest of it together, and then I'll just do the finishing touches after that. Okay, so when you've finished them steps, you'll end up with a piece that looks like that, and another piece that'll look like that. And then what you can do then is simply, I'll show you this on camera, is basically sit that on top of that and then fix it into place. So I'll do that now. Okay, I'm down at ground level now, purely because my workbench ain't big enough. I only work at a small workshop, so if you've got the luxury of having a bigger workbench than what I've got, you'll be able to just repeat this process, use the same method, just clamping your star to your table or to your workbench. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some pocket hole jigs that I've got, clamp them together in place like that, and then just do the screwing that way. Then when that's done, that's all the star bits all assembled together, and then it's just a case of then just putting some dowels in the holes that I've made for the screws. So I'll do that now. Okay, so that is now the star all completely put together. So I mean, if you want, you can just leave that as a complete finished project. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a quick light sand down, just to tidy up the edges a bit and what have you, and then I'm just going to cut some 6mm dowel and just plug each hole, and then trim the tips of the dowel off, just to give it that bit more of a premium look to it, if you like. But yeah, I'll do that now, and then I'll show you that when that's all complete. Okay, so that star is now complete. Try and bring it back a bit so you can see it all. Try not to hit my roof, because like I say, I'm just in a small workshop, but it just goes to show that it doesn't matter what your limitations are. If you love woodworking and you want to do it, you can make any space into a workshop, which is what I've done. But yeah, this star I love it. I made mine out of treated timber, because I intend on using it as like decor to put outside. I've made 2. One of them, our lass wants me to mount it to wall, because she's wanted to attach some lights to it. So she wants it mounted to wall as like a little display up front of the house. And then the other one, it's just going to go outside of our door. So but yeah, I just think it's a nice little fun project to do, and it's literally super simple. I mean, you're talking 12. You're talking 20 cuts, 10 pieces of wood, out of one 2.4 metre length for 6x2, or 2.4 metre 3x2s. So I mean, you don't have to make it out of treated timber. If you wanted to make it to have inside your house, you could just make it out of normal timber, stain it up, do what you want. I mean, you could chamfer edges, but yeah, it's just a nice fun project to do. Like I say, you don't have to worry about plugging out holes in if you don't want to. I just like the look of having them dowels in there. It just makes it look finished, it makes it look neat and tidy. So yeah, give it a go, and let me know how you get on. Like what I'll do, I'll put my email address here as always. So if you end up making this star, or if you made any of previous projects that I've done up videos, send them in, and I'll stick them on some of your pictures on the end of the video. I've had some people send me some pictures in already, so I'm gonna put their pictures on at the end of this video, and yeah, I've had somebody send me a picture of a project like where they give me like a challenge to build it. So I emailed them back and thanked them for sending me a picture, and I'm gonna take the challenge on and get I'm gonna build it. But what I've said to them is that I'm just gonna put my own little design on it. But yeah, grateful for people who have emailed in. Also, I'm grateful to everyone who's subscribed so far. I think I'm just around the 850 mark of subscribers, which is amazing. I'm setting myself a challenge to try and get to 1,000 subscribers before Christmas. So if you haven't subscribed already and you're enjoying my videos, please subscribe. It's absolutely free, don't cost you a penny, and it just really helps my channel out. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, smash that like button. I'd really appreciate that as well, and always remember to get your comments in the section below. Tell me what you think of this star. Let me know what you think of my video, and also if you've enjoyed this video, I'll leave a couple of links to other videos that you could watch, and I'm also gonna leave you a link in the description of the Christmas mystery build, which I loved making that video, and I loved like turning you viewers into like little detectives, like trying to work out what I'm making. I had some good guesses coming in. Like some people got it right, some people just like persistent with the guesses and kept going and going, which were brilliant because it showed to me that you enjoyed the video and you were watching it all the way through. Like, so massive thank you to that. As I said at the start of the video, I'm going to give you a cut list for that mystery build. And I'm just going to explain a few things with the cut list as well. So I'm going to put it up here. Yeah, so I literally had to stop and check them because I've got my camera on reverse. I held cut list up and all numbers and wording and that were all back to front, so I had to just check the video and make sure that it was showing you the right way around, which fortunately it is. But yeah, so if you've watched the mystery build video already, you'll understand this. If you haven't, take a screenshot of this and then watch the video, and then you'll understand then what I'm on about after you've watched the video. But basically, so these are the sides of the build, so you'll need two of them, 10 centimeters by 25 centimeters long to the tip. That's a side on view of them sides, because you've got to do a 45-degree cut at one end, and it's just a 0-degree cut at the other end. And then we need, so the shelves that I did on the thingy, on the mystery build, what I did the middle shelf smaller in terms of depth than I did the bottom shelf, but I just figured that after I'd finished putting them chamfers on, it just makes sense just to do both shelves at 9 centimeters. So when you're at table saw, rip them down to 9 centimeters and do two shelves exactly the same, 25 centimeters long by 9 centimeters, and it's just 0-degree cuts on both ends. And then these two bits that form the roof, rip them down to 20 centimeters. You're cutting one at 25.8 centimeters, and that's based on the thickness of the wood being 18mm laminated pine that I used. So if your wood's thicker, let's say if your wood, I don't know, it's 22 mm, cut yours at 26.2 centimeters, and then when you take the 22 mm off that, you'll get the measurement of 24 centimeters for your second part of the roof, and then that's also ripped down to 12 centimeters. So that's for that, and then remembering to cut 2 blocks 7 centimeters by 7 centimeters by 7 centimeters, and then yeah, so I'll put that on screen there if you want to take a quick screenshot, and then there's the back. So that's for that. Also, it's been about a week since I last released a video. I've just been absolutely mentally busy with work. Doing this in my full-time job. So like, obviously bills need paying and work commitments come first. But without a doubt, I absolutely love doing these videos, and I want to keep delivering these videos on a more regular basis. Now I know a lot of people have commented, like, saying that how much they like these videos that I'm doing, where I'm doing a good talk through and explaining what I'm doing for each stage of the build. So I'm going to keep delivering them videos to you, and I'm going to try and get them out once a week. But then also to fill gap in, just so I'm delivering on a more frequent basis, and just giving more videos to watch. I'm going to also try and squeeze in some like quick little videos where I'm basically just like not going into too much detail with what I'm doing, but I'm getting the message across clear about what I am actually doing, if that makes sense. So so I'm going to aim to start delivering more videos and get them out to you. Like I say, I've already mentioned it, but leave a comment in the section below if you've enjoyed this video, and smash that like button, and subscribe, totally free, so please do that. And also, if anybody can leave a comment or even send me an email, basically that's the saw that I've got, that I just used to trim off the dowels. It's just a Parkside one that I got from Lidl. Now, if anybody can recommend a good Japanese pull saw, I would hugely appreciate that, because I'm after just getting myself one, but I kind of like, if I get one, I don't want to get one that ends up being no better than what I've got. I want to get one that's going to be, the bee's knees. So yeah, if anyone can just leave a comment or email me a link to a really good Japanese pull saw, I'd appreciate that as well. So until next time, this has been 1911 Woodworks, and I'm just going to leave you with a couple of your builds. So I'll see you later. Thank you.